Good afternoon and welcome to the regular council meeting of Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025. We'll call the meeting to order at 1 p.m. We'll begin the meeting with the land acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge that the township of Cabot is located on the Treaty 20 Mississauga territory in the traditional territory of the Mississauga Anishinaabe. We offer our gratitude to First Nations for their care for and teachings about these lands. May we honor these teachings. I'd like to council for the approval of the agenda today. And Deputy Mayor, you might be joining or looking online, but Deputy Mayor is joining us remotely today. Welcome, Deputy Mayor. Get a mover for approval of the agenda, Councillor Byrne, seconded by Councillor Natchoff. All in favor? That is approved. Any disclosures of pecuniary interests? Seeing none. There is no closed session. So the next item is the minutes, 6.1 of the regular meeting held April 7th. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes as presented? Moved by Councillor Byrne, seconded by Councillor Edgerton. All in favor? That is approved. Next, we have report 7.1 Public Works new backhoe purchase. Is it Drew taking the helm today? Drew, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Through you to council, before you we have Public Works report 2025-08 with recommendations regarding the purchase of a new backhoe. The recommendations before you are as follows. Recommendation 1 is that council approve the purchase of a 2025 John Deere 320P backhoe from Brandt Tractors for $208,599. After the net municipal HST rebate, the total amount is $212,270.34. Recommendation 2 is that council approve the purchase of the provisional item, which is a John Deere PC-10 plate compactor attachment at the additional amount of $13,500. After the net municipal HST rebate, the total amount for the provisional item is $13,737.60. Recommendation 3 is that the existing 1991 case backhoe, which is numbered 33-91, be declared surplus and sold under the tangible capital asset policy, disposal of real property or tangible capital assets. So typically this would go through a public tender process, but due to recent events, staff were worried about the tariffs that have been threatening to come on in the States. And therefore we reached out to both Brandt Tractor and Toromont Cat to receive quotations on this machine to see if we could get this machine before any tariffs were to come on. So these prices are not affected. And this unit is currently on the lot at Brandt Tractor and is available basically as of next week. Thank you.
Thanks, Drew. Nice to get 2 opportunities to purchase them locally, as it always is. Questions with regards to the report? Seeing none? Okay, there are 3 recommendations in the report. I'm not going to reread them, but because we all know what Drew just explained to us with those, we're just going to get a mover and a seconder for those 3 recommendations. Moved by Councillor Natchoff, seconded by Councillor Byrne. All in favor? That is approved. Next is report 7.2, corporate services, Fourth Line Theater designation. Ms. Page.
Thank you, Mayor Graham. To yourself and the rest of council, before you is the annual request that we received from Fourth Line Theater designating their event to be community festival as well as municipally significant.
No, that's okay. I think there's a lot of dates there and I'll probably get a couple of them wrong. So it's a simple, just a formality. Any other questions with regards to the 2 recommendations? If not, we'll take a mover and a seconder for those recommendations. Moved by Councillor Byrne, seconded by Councillor Natchoff. All in favor? That is approved. Next on the agenda, item 7.3, CAO report and capital status. Ms. Hurley.
Thank you, Councillor Byrne. The report is before council. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer anything, but it has been identified and our capital projects have been identified as well with tentative status updates including where we are on those projects.
Any questions with regards to the capital project status list? Seeing none, we'll take a motion to receive that document. Moved by Councillor Burns, seconded by Councillor Edgerton. All in favor? That is approved. Man, it's hard to look, it's hard to look at the screen here at the same time. Apologies for that. Council committee verbal reports, any committee reports to update? We had the library board meeting last week where we discussed, again, updates to the strategic plan, a couple of sponsorship opportunities, but also further in fleshing out a bit more details about some of the procurement. We believe the 6 new computers, I believe, will be delivered probably at the end of this week, if not the next week. And then it'll just be a quick install. So all of the public user computers will be updated to new machines that'll have new antivirus software as well, which is a part of the ongoing technical improvements that we're doing at the library. So Councillor Natchoff, you have a report, I believe.
Thank you, through you, Chair. Just the GRCA, we met last week for a monthly meeting, and just discussions were about the effects of the ice storm, which thankfully very minimal on that end of things. Otherwise, yeah, nothing really to report.
Thank you, Councillor Natchoff. And the only other thing I'll mention just before we leave is just again thanking Chief Betts for attending the township last week to have the open forum discussion about policing in the township. It was great of him to make some time, and one of his constables was also in attendance, so we appreciate that. Can I get a motion for those committee verbal reports? Moved by Councillor Natchoff, seconded by Councillor Byrne. All in favor? That is approved. There is no general business, no correspondence for unfinished, no correspondence for action. There are no bylaws, there is no unfinished business, and any notices of motion, seeing none. The confirming bylaw, that's right, bylaw number 2025-24 being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the meeting held this April 22nd, 2025, be read a first, second, and third time and pass this 22nd day of April, signed by the mayor and the clerk, and the corporate seal attached thereto. Can I get a mover for that bylaw? Moved by Councillor Byrne, seconded by Deputy Mayor Huntley. We'll get you in there. All in favor?
Thank you.
That is approved. Lastly, motion to adjourn today's meeting, moved by Councillor Edgerton and Councillor Natchoff. All in favor? That is approved. Thank you for joining us online, Deputy Mayor, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Thank you.
Upcoming events, we have our Earth Day, which is today, and there's some festivities and some Earth-related events going on from 5 to 7 p.m. at the CMCC in the Community Hall. Whether it's tree purchasing or rain barrels and other environmentally conscientious activities, we urge you to attend. The next Millbrook Valley Trails Advisory Committee meeting is Monday, April 28th at 4 p.m. The subsequent Millbrook Valley Trails Workday is Saturday, May 3rd, pending weather, and it will begin at 9 a.m. with the barbecue to follow at noon. The next regular council meeting is Monday, May 5th at 1 p.m. and the subsequent regular council meeting is Tuesday, May 20th due to the holiday at 1 p.m. I hope everyone and their families had a great Easter and a great holiday weekend, and we will see you next time. Thank you.